Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today, obviously on the dual boiler, I've got a bit of a hack for 9-bar shots or 6-bar shots, 7-bar shots, whatever that is you want to do without having to play about with the OPV. Now, what I will say is if you want to adjust your OPV, that is definitely the easiest, probably the quickest way to still be able to use this hack, but it really will get you to the bench point. So I haven't adjusted mine, and I know people don't want to. I don't want to purely for the fact that I know on mine there are little blobs of glue around where you would unclip the plastic, and that's purely a tamper seal. So if I do that and there is an issue with this machine, you know, it's a consumer machine, people have had issues, warranty claims, etc., they'll throw it out straight away. So I don't want that. This hack is for you. So I'll talk about it first and then I'll show you it. Let's crack on. So firstly, what we're going to do is we're going to use the pre-infusion. Now, the pre-infusion on here is electronic, obviously, as we know on the dual boiler, and it's also very clever. So what we can do is we can set the duration, which is the one thing we're going to set first and never touch again. And then the second thing is the PP. Now, I've heard of this in different names, different guises, but I think the best way to look at it is pump power. Some people call it pre-infusion pressure. I've called it pump pressure. But pump power, I think, labels it the best. So basically, you can go from 55% to 99%, and we'll call that power range. So basically what we're saying is 99%, we're going to give 100% of the pump power. Now, one thing you probably do want to do is test where your OPV is currently set. Now, the best way to do that is basically to backflush the machine. So put your blind basket in or put in the little rubber disc, which I actually quite like, by the way, Sage. Use that, see where your needle goes. Now, mine goes to 10.5. I've looked on forums and other things. I think the general feeling is 10.5 is where they set it. So based on that fact, what we can assume is if we set the pump power to 99, we are going to get a 10.5 bar shot. Now, obviously, there are some prerequisites. If you grind a little bit coarser, you're obviously not going to get to 10.5 bars because the puck will start to erode, so the pressures will drop, all that good stuff. So what I would say is, let's just think of it from a theoretical point of view to start with. So if we've got 99 as 10.5, to get to 9, we're going to want to set the pump power to around 80. So if let's set it to around 80 and go from there, and then we can adjust it up and down. Now, obviously, there's two variables that you can adjust here. You could set your pump power you could set it at 90 if you want, and then obviously adjust your grinder accordingly, whether you need it coarser or finer, depending on what the needle obviously reads on the machine, and also depending on how quick your shot is. So obviously, if you've got, let's say, a pump power, I'll give you my example. So mine's set between, depending on the beans as well, because that's an element we'll have to change, but mine's set between 70 and 75. And with that, on the niche 0, on medium beans, I probably grind to around 15, the number. Now, obviously, that's irrelevant because depending on how you've calibrated yours, what beans, the numbers are irrelevant. But I'm just, obviously, if you've got a niche 0 and you've got the dual boiler, that gives you a reference point. That gets me about an 8.5, 9-bar shot before the puck starts to erode, to about 7 before it's obviously even more. And that gets me a shot around 27 to 34 seconds, I want to say. Now, obviously, I could tweak the grinder. I could make it slightly coarser if I wanted the shot to be a little bit faster. If I wanted the shot to be a little bit longer, I could fine the grind. Or what I could do is I could adjust the pump power. So I could maybe drop the pump power to 69, 68, or I could adjust the pump power up to 72, 73 instead of changing the grinder. My personal point of view is once I've got the bag and I'm kind of happy with the pump power, I think it's easier. You've got more control and finer adjustability if you've got a stepless grinder, obviously, to play. I would play with your grinder personally. If you are using the Sage grinder, which obviously comes with that dynamic duo, I would probably say you need to have a play. I mean, obviously, I haven't used that grinder. So I don't know, and obviously that's a step grinder, and technically you could say that the pump power is stepped adjustments. So you may not be able to dial it in completely, but you should be able to get somewhere close. So what I'm going to do now is I'll prepare a puck, I'll put it in, I'll take you through the numbers on the machine that I'm using. I'll then show you the dial to see where the needle gets to pressure wise, and then we can see the shot time as well. And then we can talk about it after. So let's pull a shot. Right, so shots in, loaded, ready to go. As you know, to change your sort of pre-infusion settings, you click both the arrows. So we've got pre-infusion time. So one thing I didn't talk about before was because it's a variable we're never going to change. So we'll set this to 60 seconds. Obviously, if you want to pull shots for longer than 60 seconds, by all means change it. But change your pre-infusion to 60 seconds because we're basically going to pull a pre-infusion shot. So then if we press menu, PP, as we said, pump power. I've set mine to 71. Let's press exit from there. And then obviously now we can see the gauge. So let's pull a shot. I've got 18 in. I'm aiming for about 36 out. And we'll see the time and we'll see the pressure. So let's pull a shot. So there you go. The pre-infusion is just ramping up there at about 8 seconds. Up to the full pressure. So this time we've only got a 7-bar shot, which I wasn't expecting. So there's the variable. Let's just see what sort of time we get though. About 26 seconds. So for any of you guys trying to pull 7-bar shots, that was ideal. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. There, I thought I'd be pulling with that grind setting around 9 bars. So the only thing I can think of, I've let everything cool down a little bit while I've been messing about. So maybe that was a factor. But let's taste this espresso and see if it's a good shot. So as I say, always stir your shot, mix the chroma in and all that. I'll be honest with you again. I have no idea why. Probably not supposed to lick the spoon either. Here we go, let's see what it tastes like. So I'm getting a lot of acidity. And that's about it. It's very acidic. It's supposed to be, I think it's a medium if I'm honest. And tasting notes should be blueberry jam, custard cream and cherry. Oh, cherry actually. A bit of tartness there, could be cherry. Yeah, there's definitely some cherry. I've never had any blueberry jam or custard creams taste like that though. But yeah, definitely some cherry. I'd say it ran a bit quick. Not a great shot. Should we pull another one and see what happens? Let's pull another one. We need to do some back-to-back, don't we? Let me finish this one. Wash up, set up again. Let's pull another one, but we'll be a bit quicker. But not terrible. Definitely drinkable, which is the main point. Right, so here we go with round 2. Everything else the same, nothing, no different. Let's see what we get. So again, pre-infusion, about 5-6 seconds. That's what I was expecting first time. So I think the variable was just me messing about a bit. There we go, we're finishing, we're at 7-6 bar. As the puck starts to erode. And there we go, 35-second shot. So let's see how this one tastes. What I will say straight off the bat without really tipping this out of the glass, this shot looks better for a start. So, you know, the variables of the human element of your speed, your consistency at which you do everything really is vital because everything exactly the same. The shot ran about 1.5 bars higher pressure at the start. We're doing absolutely nothing different apart from time. So yeah, immediately, I don't want to use the word cleaner, but there's less acidity and there's definitely more. There's body in there. You know, it's got a mouthfeel to it. I think that's what you'd use body for. You know, the cherry is dominant. The cherry is definitely dominant there. Even in the aftertaste, you get cherry there. Is there a little bit of blackberry jam? Maybe a little bit of blackberry. I'm not really getting much blackberry fruit there. I'm getting no custard cream. But anyway, these glasses, aren't they? These not neutral Vero glasses. Beautiful, aren't they? Absolutely beautiful. Handmade in America. Very heavy, very nice. Don't keep your coffee warm for long though, but go on. Better shot. Second time, much cleaner, much more. There was just less acidity there. The first shot was acidity, probably bordering on bitter. More than likely acidic because the shot was too fast. We went from, I think, 27 seconds there to about 34. So, huge difference, and the prep actually didn't change. So, as you can see, this mod is, or hack if you like, it's not a mod, it's a hack. There's some variability to it, regardless of what you do. I mean, if to sum it up, if you want to adjust your OPV to 9 bar, I would do that personally, because then you eliminate really needing to, if you just want traditional 9 bar shots, you don't need to do any of this. You could just set your pre-infusion to like 8 seconds, let it ramp to full pressure, you're good to go. You only really need to do it if you want to do lighter or lower pressure shots, or turbo shots, etc. But you know, guys, hopefully have a play around. Let me know how you get on. Obviously, there's many videos. If you've got any questions, you need anything else clarifying, please let me know. As ever, still experimenting on the dual boiler, still learning. But the pre-infusion is a massive, massive win for this machine, and you really can utilise it very well. And like I've just done there, I've pulled 2 good shots. Second one better than the first, undoubtedly, for me, my personal taste anyway. And that was all pulling shots on pre-infusion. So yeah, give it a go. Let me know how you get on. Don't forget to please like the video if you found this interesting or useful. Plenty more coffee content coming. I'm gonna do another follow-up review actually on the Niche Zero, because I've got some additional thoughts on that, which if you're looking to buy one, stick around for it. So please subscribe for that. Subscribe for other coffee content. Brew yourself something nice today. Hope you have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one.